Narcissistic people play lots of different mind games in order to get their needs met by you. You are in a psychological warfare that you know absolutely nothing about. And one of the best methods to deal with narcissistic people is don't. However, you need to learn to recognize the games so that you no longer play their games, so that you can safely sidestep them and leave them to it. Narcissistic people aren't interested in what's right. They're not interested in fairness. They believe they're entitled to have everything their own way. They're incredibly exploitative, so they're very manipulative, and they lack the empathy to care for how their behaviour affects you. They're very good at turning on that charismatic charm or the victim plays so that people are kind of drawn to them. However, their actions rarely to never match their words. You end up feeling depressed and anxious around them while they accuse you of the one who's going crazy and often move on to somebody new. So a few games that narcissistic people play with others, and the first one is that gaslighting, where they're looking to deny you of your reality or your feelings so that they can get their needs met by you. One of the worst aspects about the narcissist gaslighting is they will provoke the situation in the first place. So when it comes to your feelings, because they're incredibly insensitive people, they will go all out to be insensitive towards you. So you naturally become sensitive around them. And then they will accuse you of being too sensitive. And as you're feeling that way, and they've led you to believe that they care about you, you question your perfectly normal emotional reactions to their actions rather than questioning their actions. Narcissistic people are some of the most envious people you could ever meet. If you simply praise somebody else for doing well at something, this criticizes a narcissist who's seeking that excessive attention. And in order to punish you, they're going to go all out to bait you by them paying somebody else more attention than you, by withholding attention, affection and support from you and impressing a stranger in front of you. And it's done purposefully with many narcissistic people to get that reaction from you. And then when you go and discuss with them how you're feeling, they stand there and, oh, is somebody jealous? Somebody who cares about you wants to reassure you. With a narcissistic person, you'll notice they're reassuring themselves because they believe that people are envious of them. So they're going to provoke that envy within you and then blame you. And because you're feeling a bit jealous, you question again your perfectly normal reactions to their actions rather than their action. They are going to promise you something to get their needs met in the present. And then once their needs have been met in the present, they're going to fail to deliver on that promise they made to you. And they're going to say things such as, I never said that, to cause that anger and frustration within you. Claim that you're the one that's just imagining things. And as you haven't got the evidence, it's difficult to get your point of view across. And even if you have got the evidence, they're going to go into denial. They're going to deny all knowledge. They're going to accuse you of making stuff up. They're not going to take responsibility for who they are as a person. It's pointless trying. They're not interested. They're interested in playing games with you and getting their own way with you. They will also project. They will pass their behaviour, their thoughts, their feelings onto you. They will unjustly accuse you of doing what they're actually doing to you. So if you know you're not cheating on someone and they keep coming to you and accusing you of cheating on them, they might have been hurt in the past, but you're then going to try to reassure them, help them, comfort them, support them. With a narcissistic person, if you know you're not cheating on them, yet your instincts are telling you they're cheating on you, and you go and ask them about this, they're not going to comfort you or reassure you. They don't care about you. They're going to tell you that you're insecure, that you've got the trust issues. They're going to gaslight you so that they can continue getting their needs met by you. They're very exploitative people, so they know exactly what to say to get what they want, and they know exactly what to say to get away with their behaviour. Now, with narcissistic people, with many, it's deception and it's intentional. With others, it's protection and it's instinct. Either way, they lack the empathy to care. They will go all out to shift the blame, to make out anything that they do wrong is somebody else's fault. Narcissistic people often will turn around and say, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you were perfect, because they themselves believe themselves to be perfect. And if they make a mistake, somebody else made them do it. And often they're not actually that bothered about the mistake that they've made. It's more the other person's perception of their mistake. So they believe they're entitled to cheat on people. If they're a cheating narcissist, not all narcissistic people will cheat. However, those who do feel entitled to cheat, and they don't see an issue with their behaviour, they see an issue with your perception of their behaviour. So they will turn around and claim, well, if they'd have paid me more attention, I wouldn't have needed to go elsewhere. Because to a narcissist, nothing is ever their fault, it's always somebody else's fault. They will find a scapegoat to blame so that they can get away with their behaviour. They will go all out to guilt trip people, to exploit people, to get their needs met by people. They're going to go all out to get other people to feel sorry for them. Narcissistic people tend to fear abandonment, and they often believe that you should put them first in everything that you do, and if you don't, there's something wrong with you, and they're going to sabotage whatever it is you're putting before them. So if you're just simply meeting up with your friends and family, this offends a narcissistic person. They don't like this. It criticizes them. It causes that narcissistic injury. And some might try to gaslight you. Some might try to project out onto you and accuse you of being up to no good. Some might blame you for not being there for them. Some will go all out to guilt trip you. Well, if they're more important to you than I am. You're really going out? Oh, I had this lovely surprise planned for us. Oh, I don't trust that friend of yours. I don't know why you're seeing that. You see, in your family, again, they interfere way too much. Or they'll just simply say, oh, well, I want to spend more time with you, to make you feel bad so that you find yourself explaining and justifying yourself to a narcissist, or no longer doing the things that you enjoy to keep the narcissist happy. Call them out on any of this and they will outright feign ignorance. They will claim it's not what they meant, that you misunderstood them, that it's nothing to do with them, that they didn't mean it, that it wasn't their fault. They will play dumb to get away with their behaviour. They will also play the victim in the reality that they created. They will blame other people for all their problems because they're not willing to work on their own issues. They just project these out onto others. And as they're projecting them out onto other people, more often than not, a narcissistic person believes that the other person is causing their problems, which is why they're so convincing in the gaslighting lies that they tell, not only to those around them, but also to themselves. When playing the victim doesn't work, they can throw major childlike tantrums. They can throw things, they can scream, they can shout. This is different from reactive abuse. Reactive abuse is when you have been pushed past your limits. And a narcissist will frustrate you to the absolute maximum. You have those emotions from their behaviours and you can't get anything out, you can't get anything resolved. And when you react out to them, the difference being is you take responsibility. You know you shouldn't shout at them, you know you shouldn't insult people, you know you shouldn't throw things. You feel bad, you feel mean, you feel guilty, you try and make it up to them. When a narcissistic person does those things to you, when they insult you, when they throw things at you, when they devalue you, they project out and claim you made them do it. They shift all the blame onto you. They make you feel guilty. They accuse you of going crazy so that they can get away with their behaviour. Yet they can be the ones who get caught lying to you, cheating on you, deceiving you, and suddenly they throw a major childlike tantrum. They are like that toddler that has been caught eating chocolate that you told them they couldn't have before their dinner. They will deny all knowledge. They will claim that they're sure you told them they could have it. They can have it all smeared around their mouth, and they will stand there and say, no, didn't touch it. And that's what narcissistic people are like. Even with facts and evidence, they will still deny all knowledge, and they will throw these tantrums to try and get away with their behaviour. And if that doesn't work, they will shut down on you. They will force silence on you. They're looking to get you to chase them, because to them, you've hurt their feelings, because they can't get their needs met by you anymore. To them, you are the problem. They don't recognise that they're causing their own problems. They just blame it all on everyone else. And as you do recognise your behaviour, when you're around a narcissist, you will end up taking responsibility for their behaviour, for things that you're not responsible for. And it's very wise to avoid those who make you feel responsible for everything that they do wrong, by recognising the games and no longer falling for them. Any games you notice, please add into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support of the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon: a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people if you're unable to go no contact. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.